Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say Kalayim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Wahav Kodash. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who of course do rule and teach well. Thawada, to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, right? Those are the men I learned the truth from. Honors to the brothers out there across the four corners of the world, pushing out this truth with sincerity, coming out week in, week out, if weather permits. Not making excuses or having camp season like these other camps have, where certain parts of the year you're just not gonna do it. Niggas will go to work, every fucking day out of the year, but you won't, you won't go to camp. You'll go to work when it's fucking raining, but you won't camp if it's just like a little bit of rain. Right? I'm not talking about heavy rain, bro, but like if it's like a little bit of rain, or if you're already out there and then it starts raining, right? You still camp, bro. You don't just like stop camp immediately just because it rains, unless it's like freakish rain, which has happened to me before, and then I camped for like a couple minutes and then I walked out, right? Because it was getting bad. Like shit was getting flooded, bro. It happened to me last summer, so the one that hasn't happened this summer, but it was bad. So we're gonna get to this Proverbs 15, and we'll probably start at 7. Right, the lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so. Right, the mind of the foolish does not disperse knowledge. All they do is disperse wickedness, evil, corny worldly shit. You got to make it in this society. When I went to the camp yesterday, that was one of the topics. They're really going in on Esau, man. They dropped all the Esau scriptures, man. Habakkuk 2, Job 9:24, Job 30. They mentioned Revelation 20. We mentioned Isaiah 63. Well, they mentioned Isaiah 63. I was just taking my notes, I recognize a lot of these scriptures. I just take notes anyway because hearing them over and over and over again, the repetition is the father of skill. I learned that from a brother. Repetition is the father of skill. That's a quote out there. So doing it over and over and over again, helps you get better. It's like that for everything, man. Like, not to get talk about carnal shit, but like I fucking suck at bench press. But now that I'm benching again, and I'm really it's just like kind of locking in on it. Like my bench press goes up and down, but I never really did it a whole lot. I do other stuff for chest, but now that I'm doing it again, really like making it a priority, not switching shit around and like trying to avoid it. I'm actually getting better. I'm getting better at it. So, I'm just doing it over and over and over again. Practice over and over and over and over again. And that's what you got to do. It takes it for everything. Right? Truth is no different. Right? So, the sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. And that's one of the things that they were talking about. The Lord isn't going to hear the prayers of the wicked, man. Your sacrifice is nothing, man. Of you wicked jakes, man, the other nations, the Lord isn't hearing you. All right, he doesn't care about you. All right, you guys are wicked, right? Now jakes, 2/3, they're going to get saved in the kingdom once they reincarnate as our kids, not kids, as our children, as our sons, grandsons, etc., great grandsons. They'll come back. Well, maybe not grandsons, but you know what I mean. Well, actually, yeah, grandsons, yeah. What is it? Not grandsons, yeah, grandsons, because it's different. They'll come back as our children, and that's how they'll, be brought back. verse 26. What's it, 26? What was it? Yeah. This is the book of Proverbs 15:20. The heart of the righteous studieth the answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. Right? Yep, that's all these people have to say. You know, when I'm out here, you know, working with people, they're so fucking wicked. Like, they literally joke about it, bro, and I can't help but fucking laugh. And I'm not laughing to be like, yo, that's funny. I'm laughing because it's fucked up, bro. Just how fucking casual you people, you know, say this shit, you know. You know, what is it? They only know to do evil, you know. It's not in them to do good, you know. They're just so fucking wicked, dude. Like, talking to one guy, you know, like the stuff they say casually. Oh man, you know, supervisor's mad fucking annoying. I'm gonna go fuck his wife one of these days, bro. I was like, yo, what? Like shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm gonna try to get me you know, a sugar mama. It's like, oh well, she's married. That don't matter. Like, you know, or shit. Even like dudes in the gym, they be like, oh man, that girl over there, man, you know, she's a hottie. It's like, yeah, but she probably got a husband, so that don't matter to me. I could be on the side. And I was like, yo, y'all niggas tripping, bro. Right? So y'all got to say some fucking wicked shit. Right? Verse 29, the Lord is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayers of the righteous. Right? The Lord hears our prayers. Right? We all have testimonies, you know, for days. Brothers can talk about it, you know, about things that we might have been going through, and we prayed to the Lord, you know, we were delivered, you know. So the Lord hears our prayers. We have proof. We have proof. We don't have to sit here and tell you about every single time where, you know, shit was looking rough, and you know, I prayed to the Most High, and I was delivered, you know. Just, you know, honestly, happened so much, you know. Some things I don't even remember, you know. Some things I don't even remember, but, you know, the Lord absolutely does hear our prayers, you know. And of course, you know, first and foremost, man, you know, beyond just ourselves, man, you know, we have to pray for each other. You know, we give praises on the Goti al-Bashim Prachai. We got to pray for each other, man. You know, like, you know, Yahushua in Luke 22, he prayed to the Most High, Yahweh, that, you know, Peter would be able to stand strong, right? And he said, do so once you're strengthened, right? Do so and strengthen everyone else, strengthen the brothers, right? By praying for them. And we have to be in that same spirit. We got to pray for each other, man. You know, pray for the like, pray that brothers are able to overcome, you know. All right, so this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse yeah, so this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 23. It is as sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom. Right? Let's look at sport. Laughter, derision, sport, merriment, defiance, laughter, mock, sport, you know, joyful. It is joy to a fool to do mischief, absolutely. You know, when I work with a lot of jeeks, you know, when they're talking about things like fucking a man's wife, or you know, fucking doing anything illegal, whether it's you know, selling shit they're not supposed to, right? Selling drugs, or fucking or even like marijuana, selling marijuana legally, because nowadays, even though it's legal, you need to have like a pass to do it. Like, you need to buy a license to fucking sell that shit, and that shit's like $200,000. So it's like you're just encouraged to break the law, you know, which is like, come on, dude. You know, And then Sal's like, oh man, shit, I don't care. I would do it anyways. Like, if you're gonna engage in business lawfully. Okay, engage in business. Well, not like I'm not telling brothers to sell weed, but like I'm saying any other business, right? Whether if, what if you just make clothes, right? What if you're a fashion designer or something, or you sell shirts, or maybe you have like a mechanic company or something like that. Do that lawfully, right? And that's like Romans 13, and give that to Caesar what is Caesar's, and you give to the Most High that was the Most High's, right? So render to Caesar that which is Caesar's, right? So you got to give Esau, Edom his tax money and whatever, and then after that, there's nothing wrong with owning, a business and making an honest living. Apostle Paul talked about that, living honestly and things like that. You gotta live honestly, work a job, make money, you know. We just can't be simple with a job, because some of these jobs will try to, like, if it's some fucked up hours they try to pass on to you, man, you gotta negotiate that shit, or I prayed on it personally, and the Lord gave me, He blessed me with allowing me to have a good, schedule, where I have days off, and the days off line up exactly with when the brothers camp. So, when I saw that, I planned that out. I knew that they were out there, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to get a day off on this day, and then I can go out and visit, and then I could be able to get these scriptures. Remember, scripture says, when two or more gathered together in my name, then there I am in the midst. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is there where more than one brother is gathered together. That solo dolo Israelite spirit. That stuff is for the birds, bro. That stuff is for the birds, bro. You gotta link up with brothers, man. Even just to hear their voice, man. Just so that, like, you can see other brothers, man. So you're just not out there in this world, bro, you're just fucking mad and fucking sad and by yourself, man. The Most High, we're a village, we're a tribe. A tribe doesn't have people by themselves. People are not supposed to be, fucking alone by themselves in the village, bro. Like, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. We're a family, bro. We're not supposed to be alone, Even if you live in, like, in the middle of nowhere, try to find some brothers around you, man. Try to visit them, or at least hit the comment boards, and maybe try to, like, establish some contact with a brother or something, so on and so forth, man. Pray on that, right? So the fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desires of the righteous shall be granted, right? So the fear of the wicked shall come upon him, right? So all these things you wicked jakes out here, you heathens fear, right? Which they fear death, The things that these people fear the most is dying, right? They do everything in their power, to keep themselves from dying, right? Some of them run towards death in a foolish sense, but the thing is, they don't want to die. They don't want to get burnt up by no, like, ICBMs, man. That's why you see people bugging out, and some people bug out and it's, I gotta make a bunker or whatever, right? They fear, change, right? The society coming down and becoming, lawless, So, like, they fear pain, they fear sacrifice, all things that we had to, endure, things that we have to endure, right? Change, right? Like, once I came into this truth, my whole life changed. Everything, the implications of everything became much different. Even, like, stuff that I enjoyed, right? Stuff that I enjoyed, it's different now, because, like, I understand now that, like, this is fun, and I'm having fun, but this is a distraction. I'm having fun, I'm enjoying myself, but I can't enjoy myself too much to where I'm spending, 10 hours enjoying myself and, not putting in the work in these scriptures. So it's like a balance to it, even with things like in the world, man, like food, you look at food differently. I can't eat every food. Just because someone offers me something doesn't mean I'm going to eat it. Like someone offered me a fucking gummy bears, and I was fucking being dumb. Well, I'm not going to say dumb, but it was a mistake. I didn't eat it, right? But I didn't ask him for the ingredient list. He gave me some gummy bears. Oh, you want some? I was like, oh, yeah, sure. And then I was like, wait a second. I didn't ask him for the ingredient list. This could have gelatin in it. So, while we're working, I just put them in like my pocket, and then when there was a time where I slipped away from the coworker, I just threw that shit in the trash and I washed my hands and walked away because I'm not going to eat that shit. And he said, oh, I bring it over right now. No, man, right? But the fear of the wicked, it's going to come upon you, right? You're going to get judged. Right? The desire of the righteous shall be granted, right? So, whatever you want, Lord will listen to you. All right, the Lord will hear your prayers, right? To the angels. All right, every brother has an angel that brings up their prayers up to the Heavenly Father. Things that we used to do on earth. It talks about that Revelation, how they had like the censers and things like that. And the angels, they bring up those prayers and those honest, desires up to the Heavenly Father, right? And they come up before Yahushai, and then they hear and they grant it, right? Of course, 1,000 years to us is one day to them. So it's the speed is different. It's very fast to them, but to us, it may seem like things are moving in slow motion, because it's just like, we're here, experiencing everything, on a slower time frame, right? Because the earth, right, the sun and the moon, and the earth, revolves around the moon, rolls on the sun. It's like it, right? One, well, not even that. How does it work again? How am I thinking this? Isn't it? No. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking of a year. Yeah, 1,000 years in one day. Yeah. So when the Earth makes a full revolution around the sun, that's a year, if I'm correct, right? And then in a day, like the Earth just basically spins, and then that's how, like one part of the Earth will be in like away from the sun. Then it'll be dark, and I think that's how that goes, man. I forgot how it went. I used to know that stuff like real well while I was in school, man. So this is the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse right, verse 3. But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let not be once named among you as become as saints. Right, fornication, right, spiritual adultery, also literal adultery, right, uncleanness, covetousness, coveting your neighbor's possessions, filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks, right, all that stuff, For this you know that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man who is idolater of any inheritance in the kingdom of Yahushua Mashiach and of the Most High, right? So none of these people, unclean individuals, have no place here, right? When you come into this truth, you're supposed to be made clean. You're supposed to be renewed in your mind, right? But these jakes, they're still in that unrenewed state. They don't want to learn. They don't want to come back. We come out here week in, week out, Let's just talk about they pulled the shoulder, We tried to, give them this rest. Say, hey, man, just Just change your ways, bro. We're not asking you to give us $1,000,000. I don't want your money. I don't want your money, man. You know, we don't. It's not about the money. I mean, you can give alms. That's something that's you can go ahead and do, but you you know you it's not we're not like out here like saying like every 10 seconds like, oh, give me money, bro, give me all your cash. Like we're not charging for this, right? See, freely give and freely receive. you know so let no man deceive you with vain words, empty words, right? For because these days cometh the wrath of the Most High upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them, right? Because this is a good topic for camp. I might talk about this at camp. Sunday. Chances are I'll have to hit it on Sunday at night. But I'm gonna try to get out there a little bit earlier, than usual. Just pretty much get home, end off work. Usually I'm home by like I don't know, 6. Not definitely not 6. More like 7. So if I could leave out by like 7:30 or something, I could maybe be out there by like 8:00, 8:30, latest 9. Run it. Just so I give myself some time, and so I'm not out there, too late. Like last time, try to give myself a little bit of time. Right? So that's pretty much it, man. You don't want to be partakers with them, because the Most High is going to hear you, man, and you're going to be much worse off, because and the scriptures talk about that. If you know and you don't have that covering for your sins anymore, man, you're going to be in a much worse case. You're going to have many more demons upon you, and you don't want that, bro. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be like these people in the world, man. They be fucking bugged the hell out, man. They be fucking. I saw one dude. Fucking. I see fucking crazy. I saw the fucking fentanyl zombies one time. Like I was taking the train. I went out to my camp spot. My new camp spot that I figured out. Just why how about you try to give me that camp spot. That whole area. When I was on the way back, like I was taking the train, like I was on the staircase, and I just see a bunch of Edomites. They standing up on the staircase, right? And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing here, right? And they're just crowding in front of it, right? So I walk off to the side and I say, excuse me, and then that's when I see what they were seeing down there. And it's a dude fucking hunched over in the fucking fentanyl hunch, bro. He was like hunched the fuck over, bro. And I saw that shit. I walked right past. I was just like, I kept walking, bro, because I was like, you know what? I have faith in the Lord, and I just kept walking, bro, because there was no other way to go down. So I just walked right past them, and then they did the same. Once they saw that I was able to do it, and nothing happened to me, right? Which, honestly, I mean, it's debatable. You could have said, oh, you should have waited. You should have got someone to move them, and then you could have went down. Like, that's dangerous. But, I don't know. Spirits, walked down. I just walked right past them, and nothing happened to me. I was like, I'm just going to stand on faith, man. Stand on my square and walk down, and Lord willing, this guy don't, try to attack me or nothing. And nothing happened to me. I just walked right by him, and he was still hunched over, and and that was that. And I had my camp. It was right after I camped, so I had my camp bag. I have a Ticket Easel bag with me, and I saw that shit. I saw that shit out there, and I was like, yo, man, I don't want to be like that. Like, he didn't even notice my presence. Like, he was just hunched the fuck over. Like, I don't even, he was hunched over so far. That shit looked like when you see it in person, it's unnatural. Like maybe you hunch over like a little bit. Like if you don't know no better, like you can hunch over or whatever to pick something up. Like that's like an amateur way of like picking stuff up. Like you see it like an amateur in the gym, right? Which amateur doesn't have to be negative. It just means you just don't know. They won't know about like lower back tightness or squeezing your glutes, right? And like keeping your head up and things like that so that you can keep your whole body tight. And they'll just hunch over and pick shit up, right? It looked like that, but the hunch was like fucking different, bro. You know, if you ever see the fentanyl photos, it's different to see that shit in person, bro. Like they got demons. You got many demons on them, you know. But I'm gonna let that be that. Yeah, I wanted to record this yesterday, but it just didn't happen. You know, I was gonna record it when I got home from watching the camp, but it didn't happen. And I tried to, but just ended up falling asleep. So I was like, oh damn it, gotta make it up now. Gotta make it up. So here it is. You know, Lord willing, you'll get another video today. You know, I'll make a second one, and that'll be that. The one edifying show.